like the things we do love about when we go to any Disney park, be it Florida or Paris, we love a map. We love a map. So luckily these were got for me last year by my sister. She picked up some maps, which was just the general map, and then what she then did, she was a little bit more clever, I could probably do this little split them, but she picked up the disability maps as well, so it just gives me a little help as to, you know, what rides I can and can't get on, or, well, yeah, basically what I can get on. But the map is quite, I mean, also they go up about that, but you've got there, I mean, that's them there, the maps there, look. So you've got the map there, tells you where everything is, and then that side, on the right, as you look at it, right in there, over that side, it tells you what's there. So if we go through the map, I'm going to look through, so I'm going to do a little bit about Epcot, with Epcot planning. We always, well, say we always, generally you'd come in from the front entrance. So I should probably do it that way really. You come in from the front entrance there, and that's by the big Epcot ball, Spaceship Earth, and then you then go around Future World's there, that's World Showcase there. But because we're staying at the Yacht and Beach Club, we can come in and exit there, which is by France. It's called the International Gateway, so it's between France and England. Perhaps it's like the Channel, the English Channel, isn't it? So we'd come in there, and then we may just go round there and then do there. But the thing you should be aware of, if you've not done Epcot before, is that that part is open at 9 o'clock. World Showcase is only open from 11 o'clock, although Norway, which is over that side, is open from I think 9 o'clock as well, because of the Frozen ride. It used to be Maelstrom, and then a number of years ago, 2 years ago maybe, they decided to make it more Frozen. So I think the ride is basically the same. It's a little log, not log flume, like a water ride, a couple of drops on it. But rather than having the Norway with the trolls and all that, they've made it with Olaf and Anna and Elsa. So I won't be doing that ride because I can't get in the boat. My wife will be doing that ride. It's our number one priority. She's already got a fast pass for it, so she's definitely going on it. So she come back one happy girl. But when we're looking around, say World Showcase, look for a Future World. Say Spaceship Earth is the big ball in the middle. Ellen's Energy Adventure, that's no longer there anymore, that's shut down. I think they're building a ride there now. I think they may be putting a Guardians of the Galaxy ride there. Do correct me if I'm wrong, but they're building there. The Ellen's Energy ride was okay. It's like a big theatre that used to move around, and the only cool bit about it is when you used to go through the dinosaur land. But it's right, it was like, Mission Space, never been on, wouldn't go on. My sister seems to think I told her to go on it, and I said, no, don't do that one, because I think they've changed it slightly, but when it first opened, I've got a friend who works in Epcot. She works in one of the shops, and if you're watching this, Robin, hello. She said don't do Mission Space because she was seeing so many people coming off being sick, so it's like, ooh, don't want to do that. So I think they've changed it. There's two different versions you can do. One is more intense than the other, but I still wouldn't want to do it. Then there's Test Track. That is a cool ride. Again, can I get on it? I don't know. It says you have to transfer from your wheelchair, your scooter into the ride, and it's, you know, they sort of you test drive the car going from sort of extreme heat and cold and whatnot, and it ends with a big light outside going from 0 to 60 in like 4 seconds sort of thing, and you go spinning around, and that's a really cool ride actually, that one. So yeah, that is cool. Mouse Gear is the shop we love the most. There are lots of shops in Epcot. There's only really one shop in the Futureland area, I think, but in World Showcase, every showcase like France, Germany has its own shop selling merchandise which is relevant to that country. But Mouse Gear is basically got everything in it, not necessarily World Showcase stuff, but everything you want. So you want your Duffy, or you want your badges, you want your hats, watches, hopefully they're still there. Mouse Gear. Last time we was in Mouse Gear, we was in there for about an hour. I just couldn't get out of the shop because there was so much we wanted to look at. Then also in Future World is split into east and west, either side of the big Spaceship Earth. On the west side there is a meet and greet character spot which is inside, where you can meet Mickey and Minnie and Goofy and Donald. You can fast pass that, so I think we've fast passed that, I'm not sure. There's the Seas with Nemo, that's quite cool. You sort of go in like a little pod, as it were, and you go through and you see Nemo, then you stop at the other end, and then you then go and see, you step out, I think you go down a level, but you don't really go down level, but it gives the illusion of going down level, and you then see like basically an aquarium, so that's not bad. Turtle Talk with Crush, we've not done that in Florida, we've done that in Paris. That's quite good actually, the Paris one was quite good anyway. Soaring we love, soaring is, if you're scared of heights, I don't know if you want to go out or not, because you sit in a chair and like, there's whole rows of chairs, and then you go zooming straight up, and then you're kind of dangling, and all you're doing is watching a 180 degree movie screen, but because it moves ever so slightly, it does feel like you're flying over, and it'd be like the Great Wall of China and the Golden Gate Bridge, unless they've changed it. I don't know what the current one is, but it does go whoosh really quick and whoosh down really quick. So my sister didn't like it. I quite enjoyed it. Will I go on this time? I think it depends on. Oops, there goes Duffy. It all depends on where they can put my scooter in relation to the chairs. Fingers crossed, because I do like that ride. And then Living with the Land. That is possibly the dullest ride ever. It could be the person on it was really droning on, telling you about stuff. But the flip side is, if you're really, really hot, it's quite a good ride to go on, because I think it goes on about 20 minutes. But you're in a little boat and it's air conditioned, so it probably is, from that point of view, a good little ride. You can just chill out and you just see. And it's educational. I mean, it shows how Disney grow food, which they then use in some of the restaurants, and it is quite educational, so it's quite good. Then the World Showcase, there's literally, I won't list all the things that are in there, but you've got Mexico. If I go that way around, you've got Mexico, which has got a ride, which is like a Donald Duck type ride, a water ride. Then there's Norway, which has got the Frozen ride. China has got Reflections of China, which is, I can't see it there, it's a video presentation. Oh, it's a 360 one, so wherever you stand, the video screen goes all the way around you. You can keep on turning around and seeing stuff. That's quite clever how that's filmed. They basically filmed that in a hot air balloon, and they had cameras all around it, and they're just flying over stuff. So that's a good thing to see. Germany, that hasn't got any attraction. That's just got shops and a restaurant there. Italy again hasn't got any attraction. It's just shops and restaurants. American Adventure. My mum and dad went there last year or year before. I'd never eaten in their restaurants because it's basically again a sort of burgery, chickeny type thing. I didn't fancy that day. My dad said it was really nice in there, so we might give that one a go this time. The American Adventure itself is, he said, you journey through America's past and future through film, music and audio animatronics, a 30-minute presentation. So that's definitely on our list, because for me it's an easy thing to do. It's just basically a cinema in effect. So I just pull up in the disabled area and we watch, what's going on. So that's, and before you get into that, they have, I forget what they're called now, but they start singing sort of colonial type, sing songs. so that's quite good. France is, oh sorry, there's Morocco. Morocco's only got a restaurant and a cafe there. But again, even if they've got nothing there, something's worth going into it, because you get a flavour of it. They obviously build the architecture in style of that country, so you get a flavour. Like now, Italy, you see the gondolas, and so you get a flavour of the country, even if there's not actually an attraction there. France used to have Impressions de France, which was a 180-degree cinema, but I think, I could be wrong, but I think that is now shut down, because they are now building Ratatouille there. And if you've been to Disneyland Paris, you would have been on Ratatouille, and you know how good that ride is. It's a really, really good ride. So that would be a very good ride. And the Americans will love that ride when they get to see it. A really good ride. Really, really good ride. Then you've then got UK. So why would I want to go to UK? So I come to Britain, but we still go in their shops to have a look in there. There's a pub there. My friend ate in the pub, he didn't rate it. My mum and dad ate in the pub, they didn't rate it. So I think if you're British, you might not rate it. If you're not British, you might think, oh, this is cool. but I think if you're British, you don't really rate it as a good pub. To be honest, I think there's far better pubs in Britain. Come over to Britain and try our pubs out, really. And then you've got Canada, which has got another presentation, Oh Canada, which again is another 360-degree film with a good song, you know, Oh Canada. I'm not going to sing it all the way through, thank God. But that's good. There's also a steakhouse, which is quite pricey, but I think it's supposed to be really, really nice there. So that's basically Epcot in a nutshell. What we're going to do, I don't know. We're going to do, we're doing the photo pass. So we have lots of those little. We're going to do lots of that, and you're going to have Tinkerbell put there and do some of that, and balloons there, and all those sort of magical moment pictures they call them, I think. So we're going to do them. Plus, obviously, every time we get a character shoot, we're going to get that picture done. We had to pay for it, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I hope we're going to get a lot of pictures and that. Lots of fun pictures. Obviously, we're still taking our pictures, and I'll be with GoPro on my head, on me there, GoPro in as well. But it should be good. We're looking forward to Epcot. I'm looking forward to Epcot. And also, because the time we're going, it's the Food and Wine Festival. So between all the, huts of, the countries World Showcase, are little huts, and they're selling food. And it will be a beer, potentially a wine. There could be a little small, dinner, lunch. You know what I mean? Like food, anyway. And then some do like little desserts, a little cake or something like that. So that's going to be an extra bit of excitement. We're going to see some of the World Showcase, Food and Wine Festival, little things to eat, little snacks. And those little snacks could turn out to be better than going into a restaurant. So that's what we're not sure what we're going to do yet. We're going to go into a restaurant and have something to eat. We're going to eat round Food and Wine Festival, I don't know. And there's a Food and Wine gift shop as well, yes, which I've already seen some of the merchandise you can get. They're only, I presume they're about that big. It's a salt and pepper pot, but they are in the style of the Disney World trash cans, rubbish bins. I want one of them. So I don't know how much they're going to be. I hope they're not going to be too dear, because I kind of want one. What I'm using the salt and pepper things, I don't know, but I just want them. I think they look really cool, really cool. So yeah, that's Epcot.